How to resolve your defaulted federal student loans. Now, as we're all aware, there are numerous consequences for defaulting on federal student loans. It starts off with tons of harassing collection calls, then it begins to destroy your credit. You lose your eligibility for additional FHA, VA, and student loans. You then run the possibility of Department of Education withholding your professional license, along with your school transcripts. Then you'll be charged with a ridiculous amount of collection fees. Even worse, Department of Education will administer Treasury offsets, which will seize tax refunds, Social Security benefits, along with federal salaries, administer wage garnishments, which could deduct anywhere from 15 to 25% of an individual's disposable income, and even worse, they could go ahead and litigate against you. So this may leave you with a lot of questions such as how can I prevent those, and what are my options? Well, there are numerous ways you can actually stop legal actions from being administered against you. Now, if you have the financial capability to do so, you can go ahead and pay the balance off in full or settle out your loan through a compromise. Now, if you're unable to do that, you could go ahead and inquire about a loan consolidation, begin repayment on your loans immediately, or go ahead and seek the Rehabilitation Repayment Program. So today we're going to go ahead and get into details on the Rehabilitation Repayment Program. So what exactly is it? The Rehabilitation Repayment Program is an entitlement program designed to allow student loan borrowers an opportunity to get their loans out of default and out of collections. Now, only voluntary payments will count towards this program. What that means is if you're actively being garnished, or if they've just taken your taxes, and unfortunately because those were forcefully seized, Department of Education does not count those as voluntary payments, but as involuntary payments. Now, it's a 9 to 10 month payment plan depending on the loan types, and your loans will be out of default after the final payment has been made and all the required documents have been received. So what are some of the benefits for completing the rehabilitation? Well, first off, your loans will be back in good standings. With your loans back in good standings, your credit report will then be updated as if your loans have never defaulted. The remainder of your collection fees will be waived, which could potentially save you thousands of dollars. By completing the rehabilitation program, you're able to stop litigation, stop administrative wage garnishment, and stop Treasury offsets, which include Social Security, tax returns, and federal salaries. You will then regain your eligibility for additional financial aid after 6 months, meaning your first 6 payments have to be made on time, and then you will be entitled to any remaining deferments or forbearances. Now, this program seems very beneficial. Now, there may be other questions that you currently have, such as can I get out of default immediately by paying all 9 payments at once? What are my loan types? Does rehabilitation really need to take 9 months? Can I get out of default just a little bit faster? How does rehabilitation stop wage garnishment? How much will I have to pay? What if I can't afford what the agencies are demanding? And rehabilitation versus loan consolidation. Now remember, we highly recommend against consolidating your loans, especially when your loans are in default. So if these are some of the questions you have and you want to find out some answers, go ahead and visit www.freestudentloanstuff.com. Once again, that's www.freestudentloanstuff.com.